Okay, so I'm starting something called Hour of Silence. Um, it's for me to be in the moment and try to be productive. Uh, in general, I work a lot. Like, I've got a day job. Uh, I do Uber Eats on the side. I do like the weekends, so I usually work like 7 days in a row. And I was going out a lot, so there's more wasted time there. Also freelance, donate plasma. But anyway, man, my voice sucks. I'm always so like down sounding, like sad, tired. One of the main problems in my life personally, and probably other people's lives, is debt. And for the last like 15 years of my life, I've been in debt. Like, I've not gotten to zero. And right now I'm like negative 85,000 or something in debt. Or that's double negative. Yeah, 85, 87 grand in debt, something like that. But yeah. So that's always on my mind, and like I make good money, but also like being single, you're taxed a lot, and the point is I'm not prioritizing this enough. Like, my car has 28% APR. Like, it is terrible, and it grows like 400 a month, so I have to pay it like 900 just to keep the principal from growing. So yeah, that's the thing. It's like I cannot escape from debt, it seems like, but I can, I have the money. I just have not been putting it towards it. But so yeah, one of the apps I've built a lot of these apps. You can look at my repos, but just something to constantly tell me, like, your debt is growing this much. Also, like, these bills are due, which, why, right? Reinventing the wheel, just use an app. But, also nice to make things blank slate. So, this view here, it's like our app window, and right now I'm just using plain HTML, CSS, JavaScript. It's like a folder development. But it'll have like everything as far as design and functionality. I'm just showing how I go about designing an app. And I'm not talking like Figma or something. I'm just talking about, how it all works. But anyway, so a browser has multiple storage mechanisms and persistent storage, and one of them is local storage, which it saves it against the like domain or maybe like local host. But so that's what I'll use for now for storage. Which I gotta check if that works on a single file, where it's using your computer's file system versus like localhost or web server like Apache on a local server. Anyway, yeah, so this would be say a credit card, and it will have a name. I'm using a drawing pad. Did I start that timer? I forgot. I think I did. Yeah, I did. 4 minutes. Alright. Also the screen recording. But alright, so we got the name, we got the amount, that's like the balance. Yeah, I should use balance. And we've got the APR, which we'll use that for math, for the growth. Minimum pay is good. let's see. You could put type in there because there's different types of, you know, loans, debts, like car loan, credit card, student loan. Yeah, so I also give money away to family. That's why I'm poor. But sorry, personal info. Yeah, so I haven't done anything in a while. I literally haven't built anything for myself. I've just been working, but also being dumb, going out, partying, drinking, you know. But yeah, now I'm trying to get back on the horse, as it were. So we've got this thing called an object, which I'm using that conceptually, but also in JavaScript. An object, you know, is like that. And object as in key value. So you can put this into that. So you'd have, you know, this object, and you say name, I don't know, capital 1. What's in your wallet? Amount. One of mine is 5,500. And it got closed because I failed to make payments. That was when I was at a Amazon facility working in the warehouse for a year before I got back into tech. That was brutal. But yeah, so okay, it's got that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All these things will go in here, and then when you have multiple of those, you'd have an arrays like that, and then inside of that you put those objects in so you can loop over them. But then this all of this will go into local storage, you know, which is a thing in the browser, and you just do get item, the name, which would be like debts or whatever you want to call it. So you'll have persistence that way. When you refresh the page, everything will still be there. Of course, you want to be able to update this. In which case, there's different ways you could do that. You could, you know, change this to be like an array of values, array of objects, and it's like amount, you know, the value, then the date that it was changed. You could do that. Well, the reason I want to do that is because I want to see progression, and that's the whole point of this app, to see progression, which you can just have a spreadsheet, you know, that'll show you progression. Use Excel, but apps are cooler. Okay, let's see. Well, anyway, so we got that. Let me do a new one. So we'll have our window, which, you know, we'll just have a bunch of those as you add them in. We'll need a way to add more, so, you know, either we have like a bar, or I'll probably do a bar just because I might put some stuff in there, like stats. It could be a sidebar too. But and then I want like a plus. What would I rather have, a top bar or sidebar? I think I'll do top because that gives me more room. So a plus sign in that, when you click it, it'll pull up a modal and the fields to enter those values. We use that same modal to edit it in the future. So we'll build this, you know, view, and then this component. Let's see. And as far as layouts go, I use Flexbox, it's called, which conveniently like aligns things. Like it'll just push them this way, or space them apart, or vertically align them, you know, and horizontally align them. It's pretty good once you figure out how to use it. And this tech is transferable to mobile technology with React Native, so, and desktop via Electron. That's why I like this stack. I have been working with Swift. So day job I work with RAG, you know, research augmented generation, like AI, but I'm not like a expert in working with like embeddings, and I've just been exposed to like a project that I'm part of, like OpenSearch. So that's been cool. And then my freelancing job, I build a iOS like mobile app and watch app that's React Native but also Swift, and that's been a challenge. But yeah, so I'm like a seasoned developer. I can just build stuff. I'm probably like jumping around, but this isn't really supposed to be a tutorial. I'm just talking to myself and making content, but perhaps anybody that's watching will learn. And the content will vary, you know. I'm trying to commit an hour. I don't know, like every day, but most days I just want to start getting into the rhythm of, because I mean lately I'll just sit down and I'll put a movie on, or I was drinking at home, but now I'm done with that. Yeah. I haven't gone to like the park either in a while. I used to like do photography, but where I live is kind of depressing. Like, I mean, for photography, it's not interesting unless, you know, maybe you could do birding, or, well, what I was doing is like macro, because, you know, flowers or something. But otherwise, where I live is boring. It's just flat. There's no like mountains or cliffs or lakes or something. Oceans. Flew like once. I don't know. I made a. I didn't post a video the last time I flew. It was not good. It was like 100 degrees, but I left and it was like late in the day and there was no lift, and my plane is so like heavy from all the times I crashed and repaired it that you need like really strong lift for it to thermal. Otherwise, like the CG is to the back, and if I remove the ballast, it doesn't fly correctly. So yeah, that's not great. Anyway, we're sidetracked. So that's, you know, I gave the premise of what we're building, and let's get to it. I will stop this recording and move over to. I'm keeping the 1080p size, but I gotta record on my big screen, not this little drawing tablet. So here I just made a quick repo. Blank repo. I'm using a keyboard I do not like. Unfortunately, it was expensive when I bought it. What am I doing? Oh, there we go. It's the Durgod Hades Fusion, which, oops. Keyboard's alright. What I don't like about it is there's this bar on top, and it's hard to hit like escape or delete, which is normally in the top right. But go. This blank repo. Oh man, fine. I do like going looking over the Visual Studio update. Where is it? Oh, they didn't show it this time. Oh man, they have this little like Pokemon thing you can install. They're like running around. Not like a huge Pokemon person, but anyway, damn, I gotta cover something up. I just saw it. Personal or freelance project. Let's do 2025 June. I'll just do, oh yeah. What am I trying to do? The date. Okay. 24. I guess I'll just do that. Why not? Why not? Okay, so we got this. This is called Emmet. I remember when I learned HTML a long time ago, like 2010. I could write this from scratch. I still can now, but you don't have to. Well, there's like a superstition, this last line being empty, but there was a reason for that. Anyway, so this is your basic website, which again, this is not a tutorial, but you can see if you open this in a browser, there, that's the website. Yeah, so then we need a style sheet. What I also like to do is reset. So I put that in there. Which, you know, I've been using this thing for so long, I copy paste it. There's a sad story behind this guy that made this. The color Rebecca purple. Anyway, yeah, so this just removes all the default styling in the browser, and you'll see that you'll have caching. Oh yeah, I gotta actually use it, my bad. I will show that in a second. I don't remember like everything from memory, like this right here, I gotta look this up. But here you can include these files in their relative path. The // means it's in the same folder. And then we got what is this, style, which has nothing in it. So now, there you go, see that style is gone. Oh, yeah, I'll have some personal info in here. Anyway, let's work on the JavaScript part, because that's the main driver of this. If you open that console, you can run JavaScript in there, you know, like that. But you can run JavaScript a lot of ways. There's something called Node. It's like a server-side node. You can run files that way. But Generally, it's like the browser executes it, or React Native has something called Hermes, but runtime. Or I guess it's an engine, my bad. Okay, I talked about all that design, so let's start making it. We'll need... Oh, by the way, this is like the old way to write code nowadays. Well, I don't say the old way. Normally now we use something like React or Svelte or Vue or something to build front ends with, not raw like this. But you can still do this, like, you know, WordPress. You'll have individual files like this. Probably not making sense what I'm saying there. You'll include files as they are versus compiling them in something. Or like building things as components. Anyway. So this is our JavaScript. I'll include it on the page like this. Again, that's the whole point of this, is for me to be in the moment. That's why I'm talking to myself when I can just code. I forgot to mention too, hour of silence means I'm not listening to music. It's kind of like meditation. I'm just being in the moment. An hour of silence. Because literally, I am rarely ever sitting in silence. I always have noise on. It's like a YouTube video, a song, a podcast. Oh yeah, I was binging Workaholics, so that was triggering me to drink, because that's like all they do in that show is drink. Reminded me of the times I was in a fraternity. Yeah. Which costs money, I didn't know that at the time. Okay, so this is where the stuff will go. We'll create a example, so we'll say debts, right? This is a list array. I don't want to zoom in. And then a single debt. Here's an example. This is an object. These are variables, array object. So, and constant means you can't change it unless you do it in a certain way. But okay, so we said, I'm looking at the drawing. Where was that? I'll just pull it up here. Why don't they do what they say what they mean? One thing leads to another, yeah. So you got 5 properties here. That's what the key is called right here. So name. I don't know, balance. I've been paying it down. It's in restricted mode, so means I can't spend it. Probably lost the window where they gave me like a grace period, which honestly is a good thing, because I have so many credit cards. I have like 11. It's crazy. I've lost like 3 so far. Okay, so that's what it is. One of them. 1 second. Trying to pull up its APR. Got it written down somewhere. Let's see. 24.24. Okay. So we put APR in. This be that's a float. Could be a double. Whatever. In JavaScript, it's a float. Okay, what was the other one? Type. Credit card. Anyway, so this code is here, and if you wanted to access a value from that, we'd say det.name, you know. So it's in here, it's gonna run. You look at the page console right here. See, capital 1. So this is the problem. I'm so like lazy. I don't want to do this. It's not hard. I can bust this out. I don't have the desire to, but I need to. And what we're gonna end up making is actually an Android app using React Native. This code, but not today. I'm just trying to get something that exists. I can start building motivation to work towards that. The biggest thing I have to deal with there is setting up SQLite, which I've used before, but it's in TypeScript, which I use as well, but yeah, I gotta set it up. It's a blog entry from Log Rocket, I think. Yeah. Anyway, let's see, where are we at? Where's my clock? Why don't they do what they say what they mean? One thing leads to another. Put this up here. We're about halfway through. Okay. Alright, so let's render. Okay, so we've got body, and in order to style this, we can do here I'm just ensuring that the entire viewport is used. That's this guy here. So this entire thing is used. Which you can see now it is, because I set that. If you click on something, this will tell you the active styles, and there's the stuff I just wrote. So you got that, and then we go back in here. Let's create. We'll do two components. We'll do header. So the body will be dynamically filled in with JavaScript. It's going to loop through the entries and populate it. And then, yeah, so what we want to do now is we're going to use Flex, which will this doesn't matter, it's gonna fill it in. I get which one mixed up, but that'll be clear. Also, I'm not caring about like semantic HTML. This is an app, not a SEO website or whatever. There's like stuff called section or whatever. We're strictly building a GUI. Anyway, so you got the header, put flex 0 in here. That means it doesn't grow. Flex 1 means it'll grow and take up the rest of the space. I'll just do think it's like that. Yeah, they say flex direction row. What's gonna happen here is, I showed this GUI, right? So we've got a top piece. I'm drawing with my mouse here. We got this bottom piece. This is the header. This is the body. When you say, what did I say? Space between. We're gonna have like a plus icon here. And we're gonna have like a title here. Space between will push them apart, so it'll put them to the ends. Then the flex 0 and 1, like this is the 1, this is the 0. This shrinks, you know, around the content. This one will fill the rest of the parent container. So, yep, so we got that. Header, I'll just put that's, and then here, this will be an image, but right now I'm just going to do that. So I should see what it looks like, if it's working. Oh yeah, I didn't put like a width 100%, but let me see. That's the header. The body did not grow to fill the height. Okay. Anyway, let's go back. Say, oh, and you can also, if you want to style multiple things at the same time. Why don't they do what they say? One thing leads to another. Alright, so what's happening here? The header. Oh, it's supposed to be on here. Okay, I got those flipped. So body, the header. Where's my width 100%? Oh, wait a minute. I think I got it. My bad. There you go. So now these are vertically stacked. See, the body fills up the rest of the space not taken up by this header. Alright. So we'll fix that. These are flipped. One thing leads to another. Wait, center. Oh yeah, we need this. Okay, and then we'll design a card. This will use the same principle here. We want to the left. We'll add some padding. Add a border. It's like my go-to color. Around the radius. It's like, I don't know. And then in order to populate this, we will, let me first refresh and show it there's nothing. So then, we'll use JavaScript to build a component. So we'll need to target this body. Or let's do call it body, I guess. So we've got a target here where we can inject the cards into. We can put this det component in here by doing, I've been working in Python lately, so I'm mixing those up. So you do det push det. So now this is in there, and you can see that by, actually I'm curious. Let's see if we're in the context. If we do console log. Oh, look at that. Cool. So, yeah. This console picks up that code because the file is injected in this context. And by that I mean it's literally, well, it's a link here, but yeah. And it's probably in sources, you know, yeah. So that's in this context, that's why you can see it. And oh my bad, I meant to do that. Yeah, there. So this is an array, the object is inside it. This is the object of stuff. So if you wanted to access that, access the first element in the array, the object value, like name, you know, you get the thing you want. The point is, now that it's in an array, you can operate on that, like looping, you know. So now you can, well, first we'll make a render method. So this is a fancy way of writing a function. So in here, we can loop over the debts by doing this. This is a way of looping over an array. Got the debt element right there, or item, and here you can access the values like name, whatever. But what we want to do is, God, see, I can do this in like a clean, short way, but I want to explain what's happening. So we'll just do this. We've got access to this debt element. We also have this target here. So what you'll want to do is add to its HTML, which, red flag, don't produce HTML unless you know where it came from, because cross-site scripting vulnerability. Anyway, XSS. Yeah. So here we're gonna produce HTML, which oh my god, this keyboard. Okay, we have div class card, and in here man, I don't like this. It's gonna make like weird. Okay, you know what? Here, we'll just produce HTML directly. I've got my mind set on you. I've got my mind. Alright, so I don't know. That won't work. Hold on. Again, this is not the effective way to do it. You just make a map and output a HTML block. But alright, so this is our card. The information will go inside it. We'll just use P for now. Actually, not sure what's going to happen here. Wait a minute. What will that do? You have to call the function too. Okay. Yeah, it's not JSX, my bad. So you have to literally produce an HTML string like this, and with that you can access the value like this. but I bet the there's like some I guess not, the indent is in there. On strings it messes it up. But that's good. Alright, so yeah, so this card is, you know, not styled right. So we'll set it where each card is, let's see, we'll do like five across. So we'll put the style, like the card, I'll have a width. So this calculation, oh, I forgot something else. This is important. You'll need that so the dimensions are correct, the way you think about it. So the cards will be 5 across the page, and then there's going to be a 1 or a half. Rem is 16 pixels, by the way. So it's going to be like 8 pixels of margin around them. Which I gotta think about that. Let's do it for now. And then, in order to make it a perfect square, I'm gonna use this cheat. It's not a cheat, but it's a trick. I think it's like this. Yeah, and that'll make a perfect square. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's not perfect because positioning. Right. I got my mind set on you. I feel like this is gonna work. Let's see. Yeah, I think this is gonna break it. Yep, collapsed. Okay. Oops. I got my mind set on you. I got my mind. Oh yeah, I think what I have to do is put an inner component. So this looks dirty. I feel like it's just what I did with the before. What does that do? Perfect square? Yeah, perfect square. 225. Okay. So now the inner component is in there, and you can do like padding. That'll push it in. You can see. And of course, you got to set the. That thing I usually like to do is do this. This is a good like veritable font by Google. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll add the padding. Not there. You can also do like box shadow. I think you do the color next. Ugh, it's pretty weak. I got my mind set on you. I got my mind. Yeah, alright. So, yeah. Oh, and then to make the header more distinct, we can do the bottom. No, that's too much. Do padding on the top. I got this one mixed up too. Is it? I think this is horizontal. This is top. Wait, does it say right there? That's what I want anyway. Or is it? Let me see. No, it's not. I do want padding all around. We'll keep it. Oh, I'm tired today too. That's why my voice is even worse. Yeah, so there. One, and then I guess, let's see, what would be a good font size here? Fine. We'll set the we'll set that, and we'll set this to 1.5. Oops. Anyway, so yeah, you got your basic rendering thing. We'll have to bind this plus button to an event. We got like 12 minutes left. I could do that real quick. So, just like how we targeted the body here, we can do add button. And the button is there. Call it that. And then you can listen for a click event there, like this. Again, this means running a function. And here you can verify that it works. It does not. Look, there's an error. No. These are lies. It's gonna take time. Oh, you need the, because you can put a, I think like that too. I thought queries for classes, but it might work for IDs as well. The other way is get element by ID, but I think you can pass an ID in here as well. Don't quote me on that. Yeah, so there you go. You got a clickable button there to trigger something. In this case, what we want to do is have a modal, which we have to build. Add edit modal. And we'll put the hidden class on there. When something is hidden, we won't show it, so we gotta say display none. And you can dynamically add or remove that class, and that'll hide that modal. So, and then inside will be all the values, but that's a bit of work. I still have 9 minutes. All right, input type. So what we're building now is the this modal here, and the values is well, we can refer to here. So we'll need name as a string, right? So you'll have a text, balance is a number, And you can add things in here like minimum 0, type equals, APRs and number as well. And then, oh, I forgot about other values. Minimum, do, min do. I don't know. This one is like 170. So, yeah. And due date. That's you know, time of the month. I think it's like 13. So yeah, we'll put down what we got. We got string number. Oh yeah, this shouldn't be in quotes. My bad. This is a string text. What is it? Number. It's not gonna be like a calendar date picker. It's just a number input, and you'll need a button to submit and a close button, which this will get positioned, but just be aware that it's in there. So if you go here, you'll see that it's not there, but if you look at the source code, you see it's right here, and if you take this class out, it appears, which that's here. And in order to get that to be like in the middle, you got to do you'll set this to have a position relative, and then the modal will be absolute. This is a neat trick right here, how to center something. So you transform, translate, -50%, -50%. Yeah, so it's like exactly in the middle. And then there's a layering thing in browsers called z-index. So anyway, I'll just do all that to the code. See, it's funny. If you're new to development, say you're like doing vibe coding, you won't be able to just pull this shit out of your ass like I am. But similarly, like a parallel, there's older people than me that can bust out like raw assembly from their head, you know. And that's pretty nuts, but that's because they grew up being able to do that. So, I don't know, it's like a generational thing. You argue like a lot of this is boilerplate crud work. That's where you use, you know, cursor or whatever to start generating code for you, but or you use, you know, like some framework or whatever. But anyway, I'm just showing all the basics, but again, also motivating myself to spend at least an hour a day to be in like silence, achieve something. Okay. Oh yeah, where is it? So we'll add a class for, this will be a flex. Absolute. Center, just find center, flex direction, column, padding, will be like one rim, will be like a lot of padding. I got my mind set on you. I got my mind. Damn, I think I need. What I need is a inner layer or inner container. Try sometime. Get what you need. So this will take the place of body. It's just gonna, which actually, that's fine. It's inside body. This position relative bit that I added, we don't need it. It'll go on here. This will be, actually, damn, hold on. I don't want to do 3 containers, man. I saw my direction. What I'm thinking about right now is the full screen container that holds the modal, and it's dark, like it darkens the background. No, this will work. You will have this one be absolute, and you will keep body. Yeah. This will have this as well. This won't be absolutely positioned. And then what you do is you say background color RGBA 000 is black, and then this is the opacity, like how much of it. So 70%. So it's see-through or transparent. And then we'll do z-index 1, so it's on top of the content. Let's see. Oh, interesting. It's overriding it. Okay. Yeah. So when you have something like that, you can do this, which is like a last resort. You don't want to do that, but this class should be like the last thing. But anyway, yeah. So it's gone, and then it's there. The size is not correct. You gotta do this. So there. And you can up the opacity like that. That's over 100%, so like 75, 80. These are all the fields, but we gotta hook all that up still. Okay, so that's the hour of silence for today. I just need. Alright, also I've been good and working out, and now can bench 240 pounds is my like max. I can do that like 6 times in a row, but 225, like 245s per side of a 45 bar, I can do that at least 10 times in a row easily. So I've been, working out. It's nice, but I'm still overweight though. I don't have like visible abs without flexing, so I gotta cut. Progress. Yeah, so debt, health, social, mostly the debt. I want to be free, man. Like I want to not have to get up at a certain time. I want to be able to just make things and not have to work, But anyway, yeah, so that's the hour of silence for today. Sorry about my voice, I'm tired today.